check. This is cool, dude. I'm trying to. Oh, you gotta rotate it if you want it turned. You gotta keep it like that if you start it like that.
Oh, okay.
So if you turn it like that before,
okay, so
you can leave it in that landscape position.
Okay, so
yeah. So make sure
it's
to flip. Well, try to flip it again. It should be like. Yeah, now flip it. There you go. Okay, yeah. Oh, you had it right. Yeah, there you go. That thing's pretty cool. What is that, iPad?
Yeah.
I need to get me one of them so I ain't gotta use my phone, so I can just sit there and look.
Well, you can do both. I'm trying to do IG and
I could do Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah,
I got an iPad, but it's kind of a piece of shit though. It's my kid's iPad. What phone you about to get?
S9.
Instagram, what up? What is that? S8? 7. Oh, you about to really step up then.
A little bit.
Get 2 steps up.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you should.
Phone's essential now, dude.
Yeah, I almost converted because you're an iPhone, right?
I got it. Yeah, I got an X.
Yeah, I almost got a 10. Yeah.
I mean, I've had to. Okay, so I dropped my 8 Plus in the river like a week after I got it. So I dropped that sumbitch in the river, duck hunting at like 5 in the morning. I went out there. Did I tell you this story already?
No.
I tried to get my iPhone back.
Maybe you have.
So I was reaching down the river and it was like 30 degrees outside, dude. And I was reaching down and I pulled my hand up and I had icicles dripping off my.
Wow.
Dude, it was so cold and I was like, I mean, I ain't gonna find it. I was calling it, trying to see it light up.
Yeah.
Couldn't find it, so I was like, I'm gonna go get an X. I mean, I didn't want to go buy another 8 and have 2 payments on an 8. I was like, I might as well upgrade and get the best thing I can get if I'm gonna be breaking myself trying to, you know what I mean?
I only got mine. It was like I was just holding out, and it was like the Black Friday deal was just so good. It was like, and I contemplated like the whole day, like about if I was gonna convert to Apple or not.
What made you stay with the Galaxy in the end?
I mean,
price or technology or
both. For coming, like I felt for the money. And I know Apple people will crucify me, but the amount of technology you get for the amount of money doesn't match up yet.
Yeah.
And what I was the thing that was leaning me towards the iPhone was like for like this. There's like and I'll link you into it. There's like some apps that the dude, the producer of my show, was telling me about, where like we could have all our phones linked together and it'll switch the camera back and forth
like the angles.
Yeah, so you could use each phone as a camera for the same podcast.
On a Samsung.
It's for Apple.
Oh,
but they have one for cross markets. So when he couldn't find one for Android, I was thinking, well, like shit.
Yeah,
I might get the Apple.
Yeah.
But he found one for Android. And I just like, I have the iPad. The iPad is cool. I communicate with my friends because all my friends have iPhones through it. But it doesn't make me want to use it as my phone. It's not. I never go to like say, man, I wish I could do that on my phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just like.
That's how my buddy is. He's diehard. He loves his Droid. He loves the Samsung, and he talks mad shit to me for using the Apple. Like I
get it. I mean, it's.
To me, it's easy. It's just simpler.
It is. It's easy. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm used to, and I almost went to Google, because I would say Google would be almost like the equivalent of like an Apple Android. Phone. Yeah, because Google made the software and if they made the phone. But I just think, because like real tech people, like your friend probably would love a Pixel. Like Google.
I've heard good things about it.
But because like Samsung put like extra stuff on the phone, like they're on every other Android, whoever the manufacturer has got their own kind of interface.
Right.
So it's like tweaked a little bit. It's skin,
yeah.
So, and like tech people don't like that. I'm not like, I do basic stuff.
Yeah.
Social media, make phone calls, text.
So you can't wait to get to 8. What did you say, 8?
I got a 9.
9. You got a 7 now.
7, yeah.
So you probably can't wait to upgrade. I mean, dude, it's so good to get a phone upgrade.
I mean, to me, you gotta switch everything. It's like, I just want to go ahead and get over it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I just thought I would have like another foot. Like, it was like, well, if I get enough time, get my social media set up, I was gonna like, so like, let's see, we got Instagram Live here.
Instagram Live, what's
we
up?
got Facebook Live here.
2 Facebook Lives.
2 Facebook Lives.
That's dope.
And then I was gonna try to stream one from the business page, like from Inquisitive Mind Louis T.
Yeah, that's a good idea too. So, somehow you can link that GoPro up to Facebook, and you can go live through that GoPro.
Oh wow!
So I think since the last time you've been on the podcast, I don't think I had a GoPro.
No, you didn't. I saw that you had that on a couple of them.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
So I got a GoPro, and that's so I can load everything on YouTube and on my website.
Okay.
So I can load.
Did you ever look at the link I sent you, or the people, the Podbean, so you can start doing like official downloaded podcasts? I still can't figure out how to get it on iTunes, dude. I sent you the information.
I can't remember, dude. I'm a piece of shit. I'm sorry.
Check your text.
Okay.
It should still be there unless you delete them.
No, I don't delete them. I don't delete them.
Like
yeah.
I got like one that, yeah, because I'm gonna try to start. I'm gonna be cool like you and start doing podcasts.
Yeah,
but I want to have it to be where you can, download it in the proper places.
Yeah, like iTunes.
Yeah,
because that's how I feel like that's how you reach.
Yeah.
That's how you reach people that you might not know or something.
Yeah.
Because I mean, probably people that I don't know aren't going to be getting on my website, but people that I don't know get on my YouTube.
Yeah.
And so people
it'll be the same thing.
People view a lot of my stuff on YouTube. So I think getting on iTunes.
I need to find you on YouTube. Cause
I feel like I tried this thing. I feel like I tried this link that you sent me, and maybe if you sat down with me and showed me or something.
I need to find out myself. I'm just like when I start doing it.
I feel like I tried it or something because I've tried multiple things and I just can't remember.
Are we starting?
Yeah, we're good. We're on there.
Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah. We're doing a podcast with Louis T. Louis T, everybody. We're out here talking
Alex
about
Hunt.
Hey, check this out. Check this gear out, boy. Y'all get some of this gear from my man. How do they get this gear? Check this shit out. Shit's dope.
If you're in Wilmington, you can go to Planet downtown, permanent vacation over there by what used to be Nikki's Islands. CountyLinesClothing.com.
Yeah. Hell yeah, shit's dope. Shows your muscles off. I'm not even built, bro. I don't even have muscles, and look, this shirt makes me look all built, son. I done told my man bring me one size too small so I look a little more buff, you know what I'm saying? What about these hats, dude? Check this
Promo
hat
hats, those would be at like Inquisitive Mind Louis T's.
Backwards.
Events and stuff. I might eventually put it on the...
It looks like Arabic because it's backwards, but it says IMOLT.
Inquisitive Mind Louis T.
Yeah. If you flip it, well, that ain't gonna work.
Nah, yeah.
This shit's dope. I like it. And you'll be handing them out at the...
They'll be for sale.
That's what I'm saying. You'll be for sale at the event.
Yep. Which we haven't talked about yet.
Tell us about the event. Where is it at? What's going to be going on? $7 cover charge.
Yep. So it's December 8th. Doing a live screening for Road to Recovery. So it's gonna be the first time like people will be able to see it. Road to Recovery is what we talked about a little bit or a lot on the first time I was up here. Me just talking to a couple of people I know about their journey of recovery. It's gonna be at Morning Glory, 7 p.m. all ages, and so $7 cover. But I have talked to I've tried to work with a couple of deals like with Launchpad. So I know Launchpad it is considered. And for some of your audience, some of my audience might not know what this means. Some of your audience probably might be a little bit. But for Launchpad, it is a recovery event.
Oh, cool.
So
awesome.
So explain to me and them what that means.
Well, I think it's kind of essentially
it's like going to a meeting.
Yeah, right. So it's kind of, I think, as far as Launchpad goes, whatever is considered a recovery event, it's kind of up to the owner of Launchpad. So if he considers something a recovery event, then it'll count towards their meetings, or what they're they're trying to meet a goal in those recovery houses of however many meetings a week. Like if they need to hit 5 a week or 7 a week or whatever it is, So that'll count towards that.
Yeah.
So, and it'll be fun, and it'll be something different that, like, they're, you know, if you go to meetings all the time, it'll get kind of monotonous a little bit. So that'll be something fun that'll kind of get them out. And, you know, Morning Glory is a dope-ass place. Yeah. I think it's super dope. Like, he's got those little, like, chill little lounges set up all around. Really cool, man. And really good coffee. I think their coffee's phenomenal. I always get coffee when I go up there.
I've never had the coffee.
Dude, it's good. It's good. He gave me some shit last time, dude, and it was like, I think it was like 3 shots of espresso over ice. Your boy was wildin', son. I was pumped. I was in a mosh pit at that fucking show, and I was having a good old time, dude. But their coffee's good. The where you're having the event, what do they call it? Venue. Venue is really cool, man. Come out and check out the venue. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited about it. Yeah, that's good. You talk to Launchpad too.
Yeah, so not only Launchpad, if like any organization, if they bring like this, if they work for an organization that deal with recovery, I'm doing $5 if they bring their badge or whatnot. And then groups, like I've talked to a couple people, so I know there's some organizations that want people to go. So like, so I got a couple groups that's like kind of like buying tickets.
Okay.
So like for people that I guess like in recovery or like in recovery houses and like groups, they're like doing like bulk deals. Because I mean, I want people to come see it. I want to get to the people that need to. I would feel like need to, and like I think more so. I mean, people that's in recovery know about recovery, but people that's around the people that's in recovery might not know. Just how to interact and everything.
So they definitely don't.
So I feel like that's what I feel like I've done it more so for. Is the people that's around the people that's in recovery.
Yeah, that's great. And I feel like that's going to help destigmatize the whole thing.
Yeah.
Which is important because I feel like you've done something a little different here. Like you've kind of, I feel, because you're not in recovery yourself.
No.
So what, I mean, I'll ask you this and then we can it'll kind of help me make the statement that I want to make. But like, what inspired you to do the documentary? Like, do you have people close to you that are in recovery or in addiction, or?
I mean, I definitely people I know, and but like not like a close family member,
right.
Or not like my like immediate circle. But the thing that kind of inspired me is just people that I do interact with on a regular basis. So one of my long-term friends. He was in recovery, but I didn't know what that meant. He just told me about it, and I never really got it. He just talked about it. But I mean, this is someone I've known for 20 years, worked with at a hospital, and the stuff that he was getting high on heroin in New York. So he lived in North Carolina almost as long as I've been alive, probably. So to me, like, I didn't, whatever, because it's so to me by that time it's so far removed. I didn't think it was still a thing. I didn't understand why he still went to meetings. So that was like my first interaction with someone that's in recovery.
Okay.
And I mean, and he would be the closest person. But when I started meeting other people, and I found out they knew each other, and I'm like,
how do all y'all know each other?
Yeah, like you the circles y'all travel in. Like I travel in a lot of circles, but those circles that y'all are in are not. But then there's this other circle that I'm not in. That's connecting these different people, and then just like learning about it, just just more and more people, and just made me inquisitive mind of Louis T. Like it just made me want to know more because it's like not something I knew how to talk about. Is it taboo to talk about? Did we just like okay? And I mean it's just like little things I didn't understand why, because it's like I'm so far removed from like I guess from substance abuse, like as far as substance abuse as an addict, like I'm so far removed from that. It's hard for me to understand.
Yeah,
because like I'm the guy, like the people that I'm with that drink. Like people ask me, do I drink? I do drink, but I mean, I've never been someone that I don't have to drink. Mm-hmm. There's been times where I didn't drink for long periods of time, like I went years without drinking. So. it was hard for me to understand why somebody can't have one drink or be in a bar or be around it, that kind of thing. So it's like, can I drink? You know what I mean? And really, there's no right or wrong answer. It's like, but because some people are different, but like, well, can I drink around? Can I drink around this person? You know, like
these are all questions that normal people ask themselves.
Yeah.
So I think that's awesome that you addressed some of those or figured some of those things out for yourself and made a documentary about it. I just think that's dope because that is what I'm talking about when I say it helps destigmatize the whole thing. Like, you asked those questions and you found out some answers and you recorded it in documentary.
Yeah. It's just short. I mean, we're still finishing up the final edits on it, but it's gonna be only about 25 minutes, and then after that, we got like me, Laurel, Diana, Mike. Is it just us three? Yeah, we're all going to be available. We're going to do a Q&A. Cool. I got TMI hosting it. TMI was originally supposed to be on the project, but his audio got messed up.
The guy with the dreadlocks.
Yep.
I remember seeing that on the promo.
Yeah, so he was on the promo. Yeah. So I got him to host it, and we're going to do a Q&A afterwards. So if people have questions, probably have some pre-questions to kind of like get it started. Yeah. If anybody have questions for me or any of the people up there.
Cool. How'd you meet TMI?
I know TMI like when I did hip hop shows.
So you know him for a while?
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all are good friends?
Pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And so he was in the documentary as well? But I know you said his audio got messed up.
Yeah, he was originally in it, but he's not in,
Yeah, that's,
And he had one of the most compelling stories.
Really?
Like, eventually, because I don't even really like calling it, it's almost like, one of my friends said it, it's almost like an after school special. It's like done very television style, like it's, or podcast, whatever. It's not a lot of glitz and glamour. It's just kind of ratting to it, cut back. I mean, I've got the people that've seen the rough version all have had good things to say about it, so I'm very proud about it.
Awesome.
Like, because I'm nervous. But
that's what I was going to ask you if you were nervous.
Yeah, it's just like,
that's like a piece of art you're putting out.
Yeah.
It's not yours anymore, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like you put it out and then it's everybody else's and to do with what they want,
So, but like TMI, Breeze, they're like, I like inspired to do like a more accurate documentary style, just maybe following even maybe those two or whatever, and just kind of talk about more, because this focuses pretty much on the recovery, kind of like after, but I don't try to get dirty with anybody, which you can, and I think a lot of people focus on the bad,
right?
I like this, which is kind of like focus on the after. They're like, okay, now the road,
right?
But I mean, I think you try to do something that's a little bit more full spectrum, that is like covering it all, But I don't know.
That's where I definitely think you've doing that part is where I think you've kind of done something different. You know what I mean? Than most of the things that I've seen, because you see like intervention. You going to bed? Give me a kiss. Night night. That's where I think you've done something different, man. Because a lot of the things like intervention can be good sometimes, like in the end, but a lot of it shows the nastiness of the disease of addiction and like the real nitty gritty and the families that won't forgive and
or enable.
Or
like I've seen one where they focus on both, but the people that enable the people that's in addiction.
Yeah, it's a big part of it.
Yeah,
it's a big part because I feel like when you're stuck in that, when you're caught in like the grips of that disease, you'll use anybody or anything you can to get more.
Yeah.
To it doesn't matter like if I, like my mom or my dad or somebody that I love unconditionally, I would have used them to get anything. Like to get what I needed, I would have stole from them. And that's not me, man. Like that's not how I live.
Yeah.
But it's how I was living. You know what I mean? That's exactly how I was living, and it turned me into somebody that I don't ever want to be again. And that's kind of what motivates me to keep, like, put the blinders on and, like, keep moving forward. You know what I mean? And it's like recovery is like I think the toughest thing about it is seeing everybody around you die and relapse.
Yeah, that's another thing that inspired me. Like, just talking to people that I talked to, like talking to, like, I remember talking to TMI and like, there was this one like week or so that I ended up like kind of bumping into Breeze, TMI, and Mike's the guy that does my shirts and stuff like that. And they both were just talking about the epidemic of people dying. And I mean, again, I'm so far removed, I don't even know this is going on. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's just, I'm just so far removed, and I was like, and this was happening in my back door.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so and then you know, then you become less far removed, and it does start happening to people you know, but to them, people that go to meetings and that's in that world, it's just so.
I feel like, and it ain't about black and white, but I can't remember if it was you and me or me and Terrell that were talking about. I think it was me and Terrell, but I can't remember. We were talking about how the reason he didn't know about, it might have been you, about the opioid epidemic is because it's not really as prevalent in the black community. And it's not, I think we were talking about, he was saying like they had a huge crack epidemic, but it was like kind of brushed under the rug and this and that because it was a lot it was happening in the black community. But I feel like white people seem more aware of the opioid epidemic because it's happening in their homes mostly. I mean, not all the time, but it was me and Terrell. We were talking about it at work, and I started thinking about it, and I'm like, damn, that's something that I don't even think about. Like, I didn't grow up in the crack epidemic first and foremost. I didn't grow up in the crack epidemic, but
especially if you grew up down here. I don't think
I grew up in Sanford, so in the country, like
that's the outside of Federal, right?
Yeah. So that's where I'm from, and I grew up there. But dude, have you seen Highway Rick documentary? Is it Highway Rick?
No. Which one?
Freeway Rick.
Rick Ross.
Yeah. Have you seen that documentary?
I'm familiar with the story.
That shit's crazy how the government enabled him to keep selling crack and distributing crack into California or wherever he was, all over the place.
Yeah, crazy.
But to me, to think about like that shit happening the way it happened, and I've heard podcasts with Rick Ross on it, like a few podcasts on Joe Rogan, and just what they were talking about, it made me think about what Terrell was saying and how like these things happen, like shit could be happening to you in the black community that I'm totally unaware of.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm over here and you're over there, and you know, most of my friends are white and most of your friends are black, or whatever the case may be. Like, that may be why you feel like you're so far removed, or that it's not happening in your families. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I know people that do coke. I know people that smoke weed. I mean, I'm older too, so you know that like even though but that's that's opioids. I mean, recovery is a big, big thing. But it's so funny. Like, the opioid thing is very mirror of the crack, the crack thing. And J. Cole had a line about that, just talking about, you know, little Timmy, we got to get him help. But Jerome is like, no, we need to put him in jail.
See, that's the same shit Terrell was talking about. Same thing, dude.
Somebody abusing the substance, but
and it is the exact same thing. Yeah. You're abusing crack, or you're abusing a pain pill that you got from a doctor.
Yeah, because everything that you were just describing that you were doing is what a crackhead was doing.
Absolutely.
Like, you know,
I was a crackhead without smoking crack. I was doing it. It doesn't matter the drug though, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh no. Like, I get that now.
Yeah. So and you probably learned that kind of when you were doing your documentary, you know what I mean? And I just think that it doesn't matter what color you are, it doesn't matter what drug you're doing, like it doesn't matter how rich you are, it doesn't matter where you grew up, because I grew up, my family was not poor, and I didn't have violence in my family, and I was brought up in a good neighborhood, and I chose to associate with people that were breaking the law and doing the wrong thing, and then I became that. You know what I mean? I became a person that broke the law and sold drugs and robbed and stole and cheated and whatever it took to get money or, you know, to keep going the way I was going.
So what led you to the first time? Peer pressure?
Oh, yeah. The first time... Well, the first time I ever, like... So in recovery, you don't really... you don't... I don't know how to put it. You probably heard it a million times, but I'm trying to... You don't decipher between drugs, really. Yeah. So if I was to go drink alcohol, it would be the same thing as me going to get a pain pill. Mm-hmm. So in recovery, it's all looked at, or in Narcotics Anonymous, which I attend, it's all kind of looked at as the same thing. You get what I'm saying? So the first time I got drunk, I was peer pressured. Mm-hmm. And so, well, I mean, I wanted to, but I wanted to because they wanted me to. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I got blackout drunk. First time I ever drank. Blackout, hammered drunk, because I thought that's how you're supposed to do it. Yeah. And then I didn't use drugs or drink every day after that. I mean, I was like 14. Yeah. So it was like, okay, that was fun. And then 2 months later, let's do it again. You know what I mean? And then maybe 6 months later, let's do it again. And then, it's one thing led to another. But I think really the problem kind of lay like inside of me, and I didn't know who I was. So therefore, I couldn't accept who I was because I didn't know who I was.
And that's you were under the influence.
Yeah, when I was under the influence, I didn't give a fuck. Yeah. So I didn't think about it. Yeah. So it was still there, but I just didn't think about it.
I was like, it's some of the stuff I learned after the finishing that stuff. Like, that's why I feel like I almost want to just depending on the reception, how I want to revisit it. Like, I got a couple ideas, like just maybe talking to family members, how they were affected, getting their point of view, and that stuff. You know what I mean? So there's a couple there's definitely more to tell, more to uncover. You know what I mean? I feel like I've just scratched the surface because I'm still learning. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? I was just talking to Mike. After doing all this, I don't even know what the 12 steps are. Usually, like, Mike asked me, like, what are the 12 steps? I don't know. Like, I mean, I got an idea, but I don't know what the actual 12 steps or what you got to do to do the 12 steps and all that stuff. But I mean, like, the stuff in my research, like, the people I was talking to knew the 12 steps, so I didn't need to, I don't know. But it was just kind of interesting to me.
Yeah, it's kind of like a self-help type of thing, that you do with each other. Mm-hmm. It's like a self-help thing that you do with other people. Does that make any sense?
Well, he was saying that you gotta kind of find, like, your higher power almost. Yeah, yeah. And then, to whatever that means to you. Right. And kind of and go from there.
That's one thing I like about it, because it doesn't put it in a box. Yeah. Like
in recovery itself, because I mean, I guess it's all kind of the different ones are pretty structured similarly, but I mean, I taught Mike's AA, he's not NA. Diana, she's just celebrate. Okay. So that's more of a religious tone. Laurel doesn't really do any of them. Right. So it's just like, and Breeze does. I think he said he does mostly NA, but he did like some AA too. So it's like. Yeah, so I mean, there's no cookie cutter.
No, there's not. Yeah, that's definitely something that you might not know if you didn't do your documentary. Yeah. Did you learn that because of the documentary?
Yeah, just talking to people.
I feel like a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you gotta kind of know people.
Like, yeah, you do. You do.
I feel like I know people, so I know there's no one thing that's gonna work for everyone. Yeah. Yeah, but I did notice from the people that I knew there were similarities. Like, for the most part, like, the people that I knew, like, I've noticed you almost got to kind of replace because you're an addict. If you're an addict, you're an addict. Like, not doing the drug or not doing the substance is not going to make you not an addict.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much you're one, identifying that you're you're an addict, and kind of almost replacing that with something else. Like, and that's another thing. I like, why? Because I would say the only person that I've known while kind of going through before recovery was Mike.
Right.
You know, and I've seen him, like, his life change, and like seeing him, like, he's like really into like riding bikes, and like he's like addicted to working out, which I wish I could have that addiction. I wouldn't, so I could look a little bit better on camera. But you know, but just seeing him replace that, and other people, you got to kind of have something like that. And Breeze talks about his work ethic, like he's, you know, so it's like the attention to details for like with his music and his craft, you know, and so it's just like different. So you gotta have, it's like there's gonna be a void there, and you need something to fill that void. And I found like when you don't have something to fill that void, that's when you have relapses.
Right, yeah, and I mean that definitely can be the case for sure. 'Cause I mean, being being a drug addict takes up so much of your time. Like, being an active using drug addict takes up nearly all of your time. So whenever you take that away, you got a lot of fucking spare time and a lot of time to do other stuff.
Yeah.
And I think like it's important to fill that void in that time with definitely with positive, healthy things that are like the opposite of using drugs all the time. You know what I mean? So that definitely can be the case for sure. I agree with you 100%. It's when you do something that takes up all your fucking time all the time, I mean, you gotta find something else to do. And then most of these people, including myself, don't know what they like to do because they've been doing that same dumb shit for so long that like we don't know what we like anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know I liked to go duck hunting or fishing or whatever. You know, I didn't know I liked to do podcasts or go to the gym or draw or paint or, you know, I didn't know I liked to do any of that stuff.
I saw on one of your podcasts, you were like, I could draw a little bit. You were like, you're doing
it.
So we usually was talking to him. Was it the one you did the Luther
burger?
Yeah.
Oh, when I ate the burger with the, maybe so, I can't remember. But yeah, I like to draw and
Did you know why it's called a Luther burger though?
Nah, why is it called a Luther burger?
Man, I was so disappointed when I was watching that.
One of my buddies just told me it was called a Luther burger like 10 years ago.
Because y'all talking about like changing Luther Vandross.
He used to eat them things?
He made it. He invented it. Yeah,
what?
It's so big.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Like,
Luther Vandross made the Luther burger?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Luther. Yeah.
Oh, shit, dude. That's crazy, dude. Yeah. Nah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I was like, it's like carnival. I'm like, you know what I mean? Because I didn't watch it live.
One of my buddies told me Luther burger, and I just never forgot it. And I wondered always why it was called a Luther burger.
I'm pretty sure. And I mean,
probably
fact check me, but I'm pretty sure it's that because Luther Vandross. Because, you know, he used to be big.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, you got Big Luther, Little Luther.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy, dude.
So I think he invented it.
So he probably invented it a long time ago then, because it was Big Luther eating it. He was big first.
Yeah.
And then got... Yeah, so it had to be a while ago. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna ever eat one again though. I mean, it was a little much, dude.
Yeah, it's I've done it maybe twice.
Maybe if you cut the donut.
The first time I had it, I did because it was like hot. I think we was at a cookout, and we cut it because I never seen it before. Like it's something that, you know, like just talked about. And then we cut it, Krispy Kreme, like they cut it in half, and I think that is a lot better.
We should have looked up the history of the Luther burger before we did it. That's great. I'm glad.
But I think the way you made it, it is 2 full ones. But
it's too much, dude. It's like too much. It drowns out the burger because there's so much sugar. Yeah. I feel like if you
cut it,
yeah, dude,
I think it's better that way.
I don't know. I couldn't do it again because I felt like dog shit when I got done. I was like, dude, that was a lot. Like, even though I could probably eat a cheeseburger and then eat 2 donuts and be fine, you know, I'd be full. But I just think putting it all together is like, damn.
That's like a food coma.
Dude, it's like a food coma for sure. Yeah. I mean,
I don't know if you ever seen the Boondocks. I think they had.
Yeah, the cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they had an episode with that in there too.
With the Luther Burger.
Yeah.
Oh
like
shit.
Pops open a restaurant.
Yeah.
And it's like after you eat, you got the. It's called. The name of the episode is called Itis.
Itis. When you get the itis.
Yeah.
Remember Chappelle show?
Yeah.
When he had the, I think it was like ribs.
Yeah.
When you get the itis, dude, Chappelle, I feel like, dude, that would had to be the most, like, that whole, it was 2 seasons, I believe.
2, and then they did like
half
a promo one. Yeah. Without him. Dude, well, I mean, his skits, but without him hosting.
I feel like that shit was the most genius comedy. I mean, back then, dude, when you watch Chappelle show, I was younger too, but I remember watching that shit and just like, this guy is outrageous, dude. He is fucking hilarious. He's so funny.
Yeah.
To me, I just love Chappelle.
The Chappelle, and I was like,
his stand-up's funny as hell, dude.
Yeah, like he's funny. Like he's not like joke funny. He's just like
funny.
Yeah. Like, you know,
he's probably just being himself.
Yeah.
And it's funny as shit.
Yeah.
He's one of the all-time greats, dude, in my opinion. I mean, like of me growing up and seeing like Dave Chappelle and like I had, you know, like Adam Sandler and just people like that growing up, you know, like 90s, late 90s, early 2000s when I was like 10 to 15 years old.
Yeah.
And that shit just, that was when Chappelle show was, right? Like 2000, like early 2000s had to be. Like 2005, 6, something like that.
Right,
had to be, dude.
Yeah, it's been a while.
That shit was so funny, dude. The itis. And then trading spouses.
I just watched that skit again on YouTube. Like,
and the black white supremacists.
Yeah,
Clayton Bigsby.
Yeah.
What was the racial draft?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. Genius.
Yeah.
That shit is genius, dude. And he was coming out with that shit like, wouldn't nobody do no comedy like that, bro.
Yeah.
He's the only person that would do that comedy like that.
I feel like Boondocks was very similar, but animated. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I wish there was stuff like that now.
Who directed that? You know?
The Boondocks? God, if you wouldn't ask me, I would have told you.
Yeah.
He had a lot of people on the music.
Spike Lee didn't have nothing to do with the Boondocks, dude. I feel like I know who it is.
Because he did, the only other thing he really did is, to my knowledge, is Black Jesus.
No, I ain't never seen it.
Black Jesus was something that followed up after it.
Is it a cartoon?
Live, but it was on like Adult Swim, but it was
funny.
I never really watched it.
Oh,
but yeah, I mean, if you liked it, like I know my friend Chris, he watched it. I don't think I had cable at the time.
I just canceled my shit. They pissed me off.
Spectrum?
Dude, they pissed me off trying to up my bill $30 a month and not give me no more channels. They sent me a letter.
Your little
yeah, the thing that didn't exist, that they said didn't exist. They said, oh, we don't have what promo deals anymore, so this is gonna be your price forever. I said, all right, that's cool. And they sent me a letter in the mail telling me it's going up $30 after a year, and they sent it to me late, so I already had to pay it. And I was like, oh hell no! I canceled it and I stream everything off of my parents. I use my parents' shit and just stream off of apps, dude. I get everything.
Yeah.
I get everything like that and just stream it off their shit.
Yeah, I mean,
as long as they don't cancel it, I'm good. Yeah. As long as they don't cancel theirs, but Spectrum's garbage, dude. I hate those fuckers. They suck. I mean, their internet's the shit, though.
Yeah.
Their internet is the shit, but that cable shit sucks, dude. It's like they were trying to up it $70 a month.
Damn.
Dude.
Wow.
They barely had any channels on it.
I'm hoping they'll up my internet. I don't have cable.
Who do you got?
Spectrum.
Dude, if they up your internet, call them and complain. Dude, they were trying to charge me $65 a month for internet, and I'm like, hell no. So I went up to the Spectrum store in Mayfair, and I was like, look, bring your fucking payment down, or I'm canceling the internet. And I really wasn't going to cancel the internet because I need it, but I was just threatening them. And they brought it down to $45 a month, just the internet. I don't have nothing else, because they were trying to tell me it was a bundle deal that I was getting, and I was like, man, I wasn't going to cancel it because I need it, and it's the best. And AT&T won't even service here, I don't think.
Oh, Uverse.
Yeah, it won't even. I don't even think I can get it at this address, because I was going to threaten them with that. But but dude, that's a lot. $20 a month. That's $240 a year.
Yeah.
And they brought it down. Dude, I'm like, I'm not wasting money. I ain't like that. Like, I always grew up, we were on a budget. I mean, we had money, but it was always, my mom was telling me, like, we're on a budget, son. Like, we can't buy this and buy that and buy this. Like, we're on a budget, and we saved our money, and when we really wanted something, we got it. Yeah. Like, we saved our money, and we bought it, you know what I mean? But that's how I grew up. And so I feel like that now helps me, like, being, like, fully self-supportive and paying for all my bills and everything and not having help from anybody. It's like that being on a budget bullshit that I hated so much growing up, like it helps me now, and it helps me to see, like, okay, well, my parents were paying all these bills and I was living in their house asking them for all this extra shit, and it's like, no wonder she kept telling me we're on a budget, you know what I mean? It helped me in the long run is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. But shit, $20 a month, that's a lot, dude, to me. Because that ends up being $240.
I'm dreading it. Like, I'm dreading.
What, they're trying to up it on you?
Not yet, but it happens. I feel like after a year, I feel like it happens to everybody.
You need to go to the store. Don't call them because they don't help you on the phone. That's the difference. Like, they don't want to. Like, when you're sitting face to face with somebody, like me and you right here, you're like, they see you as a person and not as like this number or whatever on the phone. It's something to do with that.
I work on the phones, man.
Well, you're a good person if you look beyond that. Yeah. You need to go in there. If they try to up it, go up in there, dude. And
it's not. That's what down. I've only been in my house.
Just remember what I said. I wanted to ask you. Oh, is this the first documentary you've ever made?
Yeah, I've never made, so, like, an inquisitive mind of Louis T as a brand. We did a couple episodes, or like, more podcast style. I mean, everything is, you know, whereas me, Lee Hustle, H4G, Fuzz, man.
I like that dude, Lee Hustle.
Yeah, and we talked about hip-hop. We broke down 16 different cities.
I saw that.
Yeah, and then I feel like I did something else.
Very cool. You did do something else. Was it? You did the hip hop and you did something else. Now I can't remember.
I should know this too.
It's a panel. You're on a panel, right? On the other one too. Or it's you and Lee Hustle. You're talking about Inquisitive Mind of Louis T, and then you're on Lee Hustle's thing too.
We did the harsh reality.
Yeah. That might be what I'm thinking of.
Maybe it's just the recovery one. So I've been working on the recovery one so long. This is the first thing I've ever done.
Very cool, dude. Yeah. So you're Inquisitive Mind of Louis T. That's your brand, and you can kind of branch out and do whatever you want with that name, with that brand.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much me finding out stuff, talking to people.
Kind of like I did a little bit.
Yeah, actually, and I mean, I'm going to refine it. What I'm starting soon, starting next. I'm going to start releasing bi-monthly. Is that right? Twice a month podcast style shows. And I'm going to try to cover different things. So kind of bringing everything kind of together. So to be still in the same style as what we did with the hip hop, like a panel style, but I might have people up there. I really got an idea to have you up on there, being you're conservative, just kind of how you're talking about how there's things you don't know, and I have a couple of my conservative friends, have maybe another liberal friend, and kind of have some stuff, educate you on some things, and get your conservative view on it.
Yeah, and I'll be down. I'm down for whatever. I'm not. I'll tell you if I don't know something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I ain't gonna act like I know some shit. Cause as far as politically, I feel like I'm not ignorant, but there's a lot that I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot, and there's a lot to know. You know what I mean?
I'm not a very political person, but
I'm not either. But it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's very interesting how uninformed we are.
Yeah.
And how much stuff's kept in the dark.
But I like to do that. The first one I'm gonna do, I got lined up. I got the guys from Memory Lane Comics. We're gonna talk about 2019, the end of 2018, 2019, a bunch of the comic inspired movies, and then some of the business stuff on that. Then I got another one we're gonna do. I got Hustle's coming back. My DJ Battle. My boy Keith. Potentially Big B. But we're gonna probably do some hip hop conversations. So those will be the one on the comics that'll come out. Probably be coming around the same time we do the screening. Cool. Roughly around there. Try to have that available. And then right at the beginning of the year, have the hip hop one come out, and then from there have two. But I think I'm gonna do. And I think we talked about this last time. I don't know if you did it yet, or you'd already done it. But like also think about really like inviting some of my friends. I'm like the trans and kind of diving into that too.
Yeah, I did one with I always get this fucked up, dude, but like trans man. Wouldn't that mean you used to be a woman and now you're a man, right?
Yeah, I think so. Don't quote me. You're transitioning to a man. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I did one with a trans man that I knew as a woman. Oh, sorry. When she identified as a woman, I knew her. And
I can't remember.
That was super dope, dude. It was cool.
I don't know if you were talking about doing it.
I was talking about doing it. That was my next one, I believe, after I did yours. And dude, we talked for like 2 hours. Dude, it was crazy. It was awesome. Yeah. Could have talked longer with him.
Yeah,
I fuck it up, dude.
Yeah.
But he was cool though. He expected me to fuck it up because I knew him when he was a girl.
Yeah.
So, and I told him that from the start. I'm like, I'm gonna fuck this up. So bear with me. You know what I mean? And it was such an eye-opening.
It is, yeah.
Dude, it was great, dude. I learned a lot, and it gave me a whole new perspective on things that I kind of shut down to.
Yeah.
You know, like that I wasn't as open-minded as I could be about it. You know what I mean? And which is the case, I feel like a lot when you sit down and talk to somebody that's not the same as you.
Yeah.
It helps you.
Yeah, but it's so new. This was not a thing 10 years ago, I don't think.
Yeah, if it was, they probably kept it real quiet.
Yeah, I mean, before it was cross-dressers.
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah.
And that was, that's still a thing, but that's not necessarily the same thing.
Mm-mm.
So I mean, yeah.
It's crazy how many different things people are into.
Yeah.
And I fucking love it. I love it, dude, because it's interesting to me, you know what I mean? And then, like, I can find new things I like to do, like podcasts.
Yeah.
Like, I started listening to a podcast, and then I started listening to different ones, and my whole thing was I did so many drugs in school that I didn't learn shit. So, like, now I want to learn shit. Like, I don't want to be ignorant, and I don't want to be uninformed, and I want to know a lot about a lot of stuff. So I started listening to podcasts because it taught me things.
Yeah. And
like these, you know, some shit is like useless little facts that you won't ever use, but like I listened to one Radiolab podcast. I don't know if you ever heard it. It's really well edited, and it's you would probably like it. I feel like you would like it, but it's more like an educational, informal. They talk about different. It could be on anything. Like, what was the one I was reading, or one I was listening to was about this thing that they put. It's like a magnetizing thing, and this is all real shit. And they put it on your skull, and it helps improve brain function, and it's proven. And they put these, like they put like one right here and one right here on this one girl, and she played this first-person shooter video game, and she did it without it, right? She did it without it, and she sucked, and she got killed. You know, it's like a zombie or whatever game. Mm-hmm. They put it on her. She played the same game, same difficulty and everything, and she lived for like 10 more minutes in the game, and then she was like, "Oh, we're done already?" And they're like, "Yeah, you've been playing it for 10 minutes," and she was like, "I feel like I was playing it in a shorter amount of time than I was before, which was like 2 minutes." Mm-hmm. And it's because that thing is proven to improve your brain function and ramp up your neurons or whatever. But it's just like weird little.
That one I'm at work.
Dude, I need one too. She said it made your mouth taste like you had like a spoon in your mouth. So it's like this metal taste in your mouth. She said afterward, when she you know, when they took it off and everything, and she was driving home, she said she felt like she'd never driven so good in her life. And I thought that was really interesting. But it's like weird shit. Like one of them was on horseshoe crabs, and it was like all these crazy facts about. You know what a horseshoe crab is?
No.
You would know it if you saw it. It's like the oldest animal, and it's like a crab, and it's shaped like.
Oh yeah.
It's like that horseshoe-shaped crab with that weird-looking tail on it.
Yeah.
And it's got all those little that shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And so they were having all like, it's just weird shit. It's called Radiolab. You would probably like it. But anyway, I just didn't learn shit because I was high on Xanaxes and shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So like now, I read a lot and I do things like to try to be smarter, dude, because I didn't do my work and what I was supposed to do while I was in school, and dropped out of college twice, and you know, it's just I kind of screwed myself. So that's how I got into that, and just different things that interest me, you know what I mean? And like I just didn't have shit like that. Like what we were talking about before, when all my time was taken up by doing drugs and being a little burglar. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have time for anything else. But yeah, dude, I'm excited about this documentary, and I think it's going to be awesome. And I'm glad you thought of reaching out to the facilities that keep people in recovery, because that's going to be great.
Yeah.
That's going to be great, and I'm going to bring some people with me, of course, whenever I come out. But I'm super excited, dude. Did you enjoy making it? You had fun making it?
Yeah, I mean, it was you know, it was.
Would you do another documentary on something else if you found something you were passionate about?
Yeah, I mean, I would, like I said, I would want to do more of like an official documentary, like me and the guy that Mark Juan that did the editing for Harsh Reality. Mm-hmm. Like we talked about.
He did a good job.
Yeah. Like I think he's gonna edit some of the future stuff I do. You know, but like we talked about doing like an actual document. You know what I mean? Like just more meaty.
Yeah.
Like pull stuff or whatever. But I mean, for me, this was a learning experience. So, I mean, like I didn't go into it trying to do a documentary.
Right.
So, like, I want to go into something and do like and try to do a documentary.
You went into this for what? To learn, basically.
Almost like originally, because it come out like a TV show. I was actually trying to do like a show. I was gonna try to put a couple things. I was gonna the hip hop, the recovery. I was gonna do the whole little pay-per-view kind of thing where you paid X amount of money, put it on television. You know, try to get some sponsors for the commercials and do it that way. And I just talked to some people, and it's like, you know, people don't really watch TV.
They watch YouTube.
Yeah, so just do it that way.
You don't have a YouTube channel?
I do, but I don't have it like where it's like /.
Yeah, you should do that, because like, then when people see your shit, you can be like.
Well, yeah, you can find me. You can find my YouTube content. If you go YouTube #IMOLT, you can definitely find and subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yeah, see your YouTube. I heard if you get, I forgot to plug this in. Let me plug it in. I heard that if you get 1,000 subscriptions, you can get paid. That's what I heard.
Or the view. Yeah, you can definitely monetize your YouTube. It's more so the views, but I think if you have a certain amount of subs, that will let you guarantee you the amount of views, hopefully, and then the way you can start to get money.
Yeah, I mean, because if you're not going on TV, that might be the route, right?
Yeah. Well, with this, I'm gonna do more like screenings, like I haven't even really talked about Steph, but Steph was, because she's not going to be at the first one, but Steph was a big help. She's the one that hooked me up with Launchpad.
Cool.
And then, but it was Tim from Morning Glory. He's the one that said, yo, you need to reach out to all these people.
Is he the owner?
Of Morning Glory, yeah.
Very cool dude. Yeah. I spoke to him whenever I went to that show.
Yeah.
He's super cool.
So, like, because I mean, that's another thing after the fact that I learned. I didn't know about Recovery House. Well, I kind of knew because so my friend Tommy is the one that the guy that I work with at the hospital. He's the first guy that I kind of brought me in the world of recovery. He's the one that told me about Tim at Morning Glory. So when I was doing my research before talking to everybody, I talked to Tim. He's one of the people I talked to, and he runs like I guess something similar to like recovery homes, but they're not like official or whatever. So that's when I kind of found out about that, because I mean I knew about like halfway houses and stuff like. So I guess it's similar, or I don't, you know. But like all this stuff is new to me. Like I went to. Where did I go? On Rifle Avenue, the RRA building? RRC.
Yeah.
And like, I wanted to go take flyers. There was nobody. I was like, do I just walk in? Do I not? I don't know. I was like, I didn't know what to do. But I just left the flyers on the table because there was nobody in there. But I was like, because it's like a house. Mm-hmm. But it's like.
It's like they have their like little meetings, like kind of talk about what's going on. With them or their houses, or it's for the people that live in the houses. Yeah, basically.
But yeah, I mean, it's such a like, because all the stuff that you're familiar, everything I'm saying you're familiar with,
right?
And the other people that I talk to, you know, like I'm like, this thing is foreign to me. Like, I don't, you know, like I said, Launchpad. You know, I know what I was talking about.
I lived there.
Yeah.
I lived there for a year.
So
I lived in Launchpad for a year, dude. It was probably the best thing I could have done, because I was a fucking maniac, dude. I had zero structure, maniac.
Yeah, but if I go talk to my friends in my group chat, like say something about Launchpad, like I've promoted events for 20 years, you know, various, but nothing like this. You know what I mean? Like pretty much almost every event, and unless it's closing, some of the closing events I've done is not necessarily surrounded by alcohol, but most of the stuff I've done was surrounded by alcohol, whether it's in clubs or whatever. So it's a different, almost mind state of promoting this. It's almost different. But then again, you got places that have your potential clientele almost grouped together. You know, so it's interesting. It's definitely it's been a learning journey for me, even after the fact of you know what I mean? Because I recorded that stuff months ago, you know what I mean? Like, so it's still been like learning for me.
Yeah, and so you've done a lot of the editing?
Ibby, this guy named Ibby did a lot of the editing. I wish I could edit.
Dude, that shit's like, it's just a lot. I mean, it's like you trying to tweak it and make it perfect, and like I don't even do shit but just promo videos, and then I do a little editing on the GoPro. I edit that up for my YouTube channel. Yeah. But I mean, even that. Oh, and then I produce my buddy's YouTube stuff. So he does like his whole political agenda, and I edit it down. That's fun. I actually like doing that because I can throw music in there. I throw the titles in there coming in, and I like throw sound effects in because it's kind of funny, like comedy type of deal. But that I kind of enjoy. It's like short clips. It's like boom, 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 short clips. Yeah. I like doing that, but it's still kind of
tedious.
Tedious is a perfect word for it. So your boy's doing your editing on your.
Yeah, like I've recorded all my stuff at 6 and Red Cross. Okay. Like Jamie works on that. It's like his studio, and he has one of his like between Jamie and Ibby. Been the people that edited my stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. Fortunate. Yeah. Did like a really good job. So I mean, I went through, kind of picked the stuff that I liked or whatever. But he definitely helped form to make it like a story. Yeah. So
I can't wait to see it, dude. I'm excited. I'm just excited that I know you and you made it, and I get to go watch it. Yeah. That's cool as shit. I'm sure she'll probably go with me, and I'll bring some other people with me as well. I just want to make sure I ask you everything.
Sure, man.
Oh, what do you think was okay, so I was just asking about editing and everything, but the toughest part for you, like making the documentary, what was the toughest thing where you were just like, oh shit, or this is getting kind of hard for me to do, or did anything happen like that made it really tough for you, or any roadblocks?
I mean, editing was a big roadblock. Just I feel like editing has been my biggest roadblock, but now it has, like, because Ibby wasn't always around, that's not Jamie Strong's strong spot. So like, and then kind of just knowing what I want. It's like I had all this footage, and it just went through so many. Like I didn't know if I wanted to just kind of put everybody's individual story out, and or just kind of like edit it that way. Which I think when I finally launch a website, I think I might have the individual stories available on the website.
Yeah, that's cool. We click the link and have like a little hot link on there. Yeah, that's a good idea.
And that'll be a way you can get to the YouTube, whatever.
That's how my site is. Yeah.
So, but I didn't know if I wanted to do that, or I was like, do I want to scrap most of it? And I was trying to do like more of a established documentary and put like, so it just went through a bunch of different phases, and to finally get to where it is now.
Yeah, that definitely answers. Who influenced you, or who influences you, like as a promoter, like as an entrepreneur? Because you're an entrepreneur, you're a promoter. You kind of directed this documentary as well. I mean, you were in charge of it, and you made it how you wanted to make it. So, I mean, who influences you, or who influenced you growing up to want to do this, or want to be, excuse me, like your own boss and kind of do things the way you want to do things? That Instagram stops at an hour, don't it?
Probably.
Yeah, I think Instagram only lets you do an hour. Fix that shit, Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, I just want to know who influences you, or who influenced you to kind of do, put yourself out there and make this documentary and everything.
I would say, the documentary. So
or anything, even your promoting and your clothing line. Like, who is your influence? You're like, oh shit, that dude's doing it. Like, let me try this.
I never looked at other people locally and try to do it. I always want to do something different.
Yeah.
For the most part, like clothing wise, I would say the people that started, there was a clothing brand called Earthworm. And it was like four guys in that. They were a big influence, because I felt like they were like Voltron, because I knew all the guys that's in them. I knew them individually, like for different things before they did Earthworm. And so when they was, I was like, all y'all are part of this, like. So clothing, that just seeing them, that was a big influence. Right. Like I feel like if I had a local influence, it would be those guys in that brand. But I guess I always just, the people I emulated or wanted to be like was just like hip hop stars. Like I saw what people did.
Like who comes to mind?
Dame Dash, Jay-Z, Russell Simmons. But just like but not any, just as a whole, like I said, so I was doing music, and it's like I saw people like Naughty by Nature, I think, and Wu-Tang were some of the first people that kind of came out with like clothing. It wasn't real popular, but it's like they had Wu Wear. I don't even remember what Naughty's was, but I was like, well, if you do music, you gotta have clothing, So I kind of, before doing County Lines clothing, whatever, I used to have Hitch Off Entertainment was the name of what I did music under, which I think I might start doing Inquisitive Mind under Hitch Off Entertainment. I don't know.
Okay.
But so I was like, well, I'm doing music, I need to do clothes. So I just did like some Hitch Off shirts, and I just saw what other people did and did my version of that locally. Like I did mixtape. I was like, people were doing before mixtapes were even big. I was just doing like compilations of artists that I knew in the area and doing mixtapes. So I just kind of tried to have my own, keep up what people were doing in New York or other places, but here in Wilmington.
Yeah, I like it. That's definitely what I was getting at when I asked you that. I wanted to know like big names who influenced you.
Yeah.
Because I know I didn't ask you that last time during the podcast, and I thought about it, and I was like, damn, I should have asked him that.
Yeah, like early I would say, like Russell Simmons with Dame Dash, Jay-Z, those, even, I wouldn't say FUBU, but those, those people have your business.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, that was definitely, I think that now we covered everything. I just wanted to make sure, because I had thought of some different questions and wrote them down throughout the week and wanted to make sure I covered everything, because I don't think I had notes last time when we did podcasts. See, now I'm trying to do that, so I don't, because it bothers me. Like, if you walk out the door and I'm like, damn. I
thought you were going to have me and Terrell up there.
Yeah, we're gonna. I just wanted to focus on your release and your documentary. Terrell's interested in doing it. I've talked to him a few times about it. He said he'd love to do it. So I definitely wanted to focus on your documentary release. Yeah. And that's exciting, dude. That's a big deal. It's a big deal. Yeah. I'm sure you're promoting the shit out of it, doing a great job.
Have you seen it? Well, I tagged you in the commercial. What do you think of the commercial?
I've seen it. It looks great. I love it. Yeah. I love it, dude. That's how I saw TMI was hosting it. That's how I saw that. I think it said.
So you done TMI?
I don't know. I've never met him, but I've seen him on your videos, and I saw some other clip with him in it that had a voiceover or something. It was a clip. He was sitting in a chair in a room, and you were talking to him.
Oh, he was into the trailer, the original trailer.
That's what I've seen.
He was in the trailer,
and I've seen the commercial you just tagged me in. But yeah, I'm excited, dude. I really am. Y'all come out. Let's make sure we plug everything in at the end too. Let me straighten this thing up, dude. It keeps going crooked on me. I don't understand.
I ain't even bring any flyers. I'm going to hold a flyer up.
I don't know why it keeps going like that. We're going to post a flyer in the comments.
Okay.
We'll post a flyer in the comments of this live feed, and you probably should do it in all of them.
Yeah.
Just to post one.
I don't think you can do that on Instagram, though.
I don't think you can either.
No.
I don't think you can post any pictures and comments on Instagram.
But they can. I don't know, if they comment, it might go into my DM maybe, and I can DM them back. Yeah, perfect. So if y'all got any questions about this screening coming up, I didn't write down when it was, the 7th? 8th.
December 8th. That's a Saturday, and it's going to be
7 p.m.
7 p.m. at Morning Glory Coffee Shop. I think that's 1516 Dawson.
1415, I think.
1415 Dawson. Don't let me get you messed up with that dyslexic shit I just said. 1415 Dawson. Be there. It's $7 cover charge. Bring some money.
Oh, guess what? I have an announcement. So
yeah.
I think I'm going to have free giveaways. I think I'm going to have supplies last from County Lines Clothing.
Awesome.
So with your cover, if you're paying the full cover, and try to have some kind of prize.
Nice.
Prizes. I really want to get people out because this is my first thing of doing something like this. And I know people don't know me from doing this, so yeah, I definitely want to try to get people. So I want to try to have some free giveaways.
Like kind of like a little raffle type of deal.
No, I'm gonna actually it's really. I should have brought some. I did a Panther inspired shirt, like limited run.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be giving those away.
Cool. Hell yeah, dude.
People.
Nice.
But I am gonna have I'm gonna have shirts and stuff on sale. $10. I'm gonna have like a $10 everything. Like I won't have everything out there, but I'm gonna just have like some of the stuff that I got limited runs left of. $10 table. This stuff ain't cheap. So but yeah, have $10, and then I'm also gonna be on. If you don't mind me plugging somebody else's show,
anything you want.
I'm gonna be next week. I'm gonna be on Steve and Jamie's podcast. Jamie's the guy that films my stuff.
Sweet.
So next week I'm filming that.
Where do you watch that?
You can watch that Facebook, YouTube,
so
and you can download
Facebook
it.
Live?
Nah, but he might start doing it. But he does
it.
He uploaded to Facebook.
Okay.
Actually, he does do Facebook Live.
Cool.
He pre-records it and then he does a live.
That's Jamie
Henson.
Jamie Henson. Y'all check that.
Steven, but it's you can look up Facebook, the Steve and Jamie podcast.
Steve and Jamie podcast.
And then I'm gonna be on Coast 97.3.
Oh shit, boy!
Wednesday of the show. So
damn.
The 3rd, the 5th, maybe.
That's putting it out there, boy. What are you going on there for? To promote the? Yeah. Damn, that's sick. You got the hookup on that. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
I was here first.
Hell yeah. Hump the Greatest podcast where you heard it first. My man. Y'all come out there and support. And I'm telling you, the coffee is fucking phenomenal. So get out there and get you some coffee and see this man's documentary coming out. It's going to be great. Hell, I'm going to be there. And I'm going to be having fun. Buddy, I could have fun watching paint dry. Okay? I promise you that. And I'm super excited. So that's December 8th, 7 p.m., 1415 Dawson Street. I got it right that time, didn't I?
Yeah.
1415 Dawson Street, Morning Glory Coffee House. I'll be posting a lot about it on every podcast.
What did you park? How's the parking?
I parked on the curb, dude. I got a big ass truck. I drove it up on the curb.
Okay.
But I mean, I feel like you can just pretty much park anywhere right there.
Yeah.
On that street, I guess it's.
Can you park in front of it? Can you park in front of it?
Yeah, you can park in front of it.
I usually park on the side.
Yeah, because if you park in front of it, you got a shit ton of traffic that's coming.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody's not paying attention.
Yeah.
Sideswipe your shit, but I feel like there's a lot of. I mean, you can park anywhere up and down that street. I think it's 16th, 15th.
I usually park on the 15th.
That's where I park. I park on 15th Street, but yeah, dude. I think you can probably fit. I mean, as many people. That place is big.
Yeah, it used to be called the End Zone. I never went there at the End Zone. But
was it a club?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a club. The End Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The End Zone. So a lot of people might not know Morning Glory, but it used to be called the End Zone.
Yeah, the End Zone. I
definitely will be saying that when I go on Coast 97.3.
Oh, they'll know what the End Zone is.
I'm just saying that because they ran commercials on Coast 97.3.
Oh, how long ago was that shit open?
I don't know. Because
I'd never heard of it. But I've been here 7 years, so.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably been around since then, but.
Yeah.
You know.
Morning Glory's the shit, dude.
Yeah, Tim's really cool, yeah. I'm really excited.
I'm really excited.
Tim's not going to be there.
Oh, he's not?
No.
What? Who's going to be serving up that coffee, dude?
I don't know.
You better get somebody up there, because that coffee's slamming, son. That coffee's really good. Yeah, so that's cool. That's fucking dope. You're going on 97.3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
I used to work on 97.3.
Did you? Show. Nah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Damn, that's cool, dude.
Yeah.
And you're going, when's the podcast you were talking about?
Going to film, we're filming this.
No, the podcast you're going on.
That'll come out Wednesday. Okay. So that'll come out, that should come out the same, that's going to come out the same, or does it come out
this
Tuesday?
Wednesday?
No.
Next Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm filming.
Okay.
Yeah, we're filming next week.
Cool.
So I think it comes out. It comes out Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay.
But I'll definitely be sharing it on everything.
Cool. I'll share all your stuff too. And from here till the screening, on my podcast, I'll say something about it at the beginning. Because I like doing stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that came out to the punk show, I appreciate you very much. We had a real good time. Had like 16 mosh pits. Your boy had some fun. It was a lot of fun. I'll be promoting this man's stuff every time we do a podcast. That's what we do. We look out for each other, support, get you some gear. You're only gonna get this exclusive ass shit right here at the screening. You'll have these at the screening, right?
Screening. That's t-shirts with my pretty little face on it.
Ain't nobody got these things yet, man. Ain't nobody got this right here, son. Man, I feel like he come bearing gifts up in my house. Come with a whole bag of shirts and gifts, man. That's cool, man, and I appreciate it very much. And I appreciate you doing the podcast with me.
Hey, I appreciate you having me on
there. I'll do a podcast with you anytime.
Yeah.
And then we'll do one with Terrell. Whenever we can figure it out on a Monday. It's Monday, right? You said Mondays is best.
Well, at this time, my schedule's so much better, so if it's after 7, I can pretty much do it. That's about
the only time I can do it too, because my kid. I'm working on getting some mics, and I'm gonna take that bed out and I'm gonna transition that room into like a studio. Like I'm gonna put a table in there so I can take it in and out because it's my kid's playroom.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna make it like a dope ass man cave.
I'm thinking about like now that like I'm gonna play with this whole find out that app and whatever. Like I got like a little spare room. Like I might try to, you know.
That's all you need, dude.
Yeah.
That's all you need. I mean, dude, there's people that have some of the biggest podcasts are in like a little corner of a studio.
Yeah.
It's like a corner like this.
Shoot, the main podcast. I don't listen to a lot of do the whatever. But I watch a lot of them on YouTube.
Yeah. And
the ones I watch are on YouTube.
Yeah.
And the main one I watch is the Joe Budden podcast, and they just.
Oh, Joe Budden's fucking awesome. I love how controversial he is.
Yeah, they're just sitting on the couch, and then the guy sitting in the chair.
He's in recovery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joe Budden's in recovery.
Most of that group, he's in a group called. He used to be in a group called Slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
Royce, the 5'9", recovery.
I didn't know that. I didn't know Royce was in recovery.
Oh yeah, him and Eminem. Like Royce was alcoholic.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Dude, him and Eminem's tape together is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
What was that? What was their mixtape called?
With the album Bad Meat Evil, maybe.
Yeah, that's it. Bad Meat Evil. Dude, that shit was nuts.
Yeah. And
I didn't know he was in recovery.
Cricket's recovery as well.
Really?
I don't think the other guy, Joel Ortiz, I don't think he is.
Yeah, I knew Joe Budden was. Though.
Yeah.
He used to smoke crack and shit, I'm pretty sure.
I think just dust.
Oh, what is that? Like PCP?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know shit about that.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about that, but I like Joe Budden because he don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And he'll straight up ask him.
I be wondering, like the way he talks, it makes me think he still drinks, but I don't know.
I don't know, dude. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's on that Love and Hip Hop show.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't see him drink on there. I don't think I've ever seen him drink.
I don't think he would drink on camera. I think he's smart enough not to drink on camera.
Maybe.
Because people know he's in recovery, so.
He might just be a wild son of a gun, dude.
But no, just the way he, like, I mean, that's a hard, I talked to Breeze about that. That's a hard lifestyle to be in and be in recovery.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude.
You know,
yeah.
So, like, you know, he works with Puff, who promotes Ciroc.
Yeah.
You know, so,
yeah, definitely a hard lifestyle to be in if you're in recovery.
Yeah.
I mean, Breeze is kind of in that same type of lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like being a hip hop artist, it kind of goes hand in hand with getting fucked up sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I have people look at, because I'm not even in recovery, but I don't get fucked up. So people look at me like, you know. Like,
You don't have a drink in your hand? Wow.
Yeah, it makes people feel so. That's a whole
uneasy.
That's a whole nother conversation.
You just gotta you gotta carry a red cup around with some water in it, dude. Yeah. That's all you gotta do to be socially accepted. All you gotta do is carry.
I remember the last time I haven't really like gone out a lot, but the last time I like went out to a club was like Halloween last year.
Yeah.
And one of my friends was two-fisting it. And I was like, yo, I just held it until he was ready for it. Because people just kept like, I was like, man, I'm over. I'm just over it. I'm not mentally in the place where I want to drink.
Yeah.
If I want to drink, I'll drink.
Yeah.
But I don't want to, you know what I mean? And like, but here, to make everybody else around me feel comfortable, and it worked. Like, I'm just holding it, talking or whatever, and it's just, like, I would love to hear it. Yeah.
That's all they needed was to feel like you were a part of it.
Like, I don't know if people feel like you're judging them because.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think that's part of it.
Yeah, so, but I don't know. That's just mentally. That's just very interesting to me. I've noticed that.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you think that's interesting.
Yeah.
To me, just because you can drink whenever you want, and it doesn't cause you a big problem in your life. You know what I mean?
But no, but just because it's such a scale. Because the people who do drink, they feel like I don't drink, even though I. But someone who doesn't drink, you know, I do drink. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm in a weird gray area.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of get it on both ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Terrell's sort of the same way. I'm pretty sure. Because I barely ever see him drink. I mean, I think I've seen him drink a couple of times. But I think he's the same way. Like, I think he used to drink a little bit too much, so back in the day. I don't know if you knew him back in the day. But
I knew a very young Terrell.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we'll definitely get him on here. That'd be fun. I would love that. I'd love that. But, yeah, that some bitch trips me out, dude.
Yeah,
seen that Snapchat?
Yeah.
That motherfucker came to work and, dude, them shoes didn't have a speck of dirt on them. I'm like, dude, you ain't about to do no work. Them things ain't have a crease in them, dude.
Ashley?
Yeah, Ashley, yeah. I was like, you are not picking up one piece of furniture or a box in them thing. I know I wouldn't. If I had them crispy ass white shoes on, I'm not picking up shit. He was ready to go on vacation, dude.
Yeah.
He had on them damn velours too, boy. You know he's ready to relax and sit at that desk and act like he's doing something. Yeah, you heard me, Terrell. But yeah, I love Terrell, dude. He's awesome. Yeah, we'll get together and do one with Terrell soon. Yeah, I appreciate you doing the podcast. Did we plug everything? We're good?
I think so.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for doing the podcast with me. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you. Hour 15, that's pretty good.
Because you're up on it.
I got it.